There is a prison, more dangerous than iron bars. A prison that doesn't exist outside of you, but inside your own mind. It's not guarded by soldiers or walls. It's guarded by excuses, hesitation, and self-doubt. And every day, millions of people live inside this prison without even realizing it. That prison is procrastination. That prison is fear of failure. And if you're honest with yourself, you've been in that cell many times. Think about how many dreams you've delayed. How many times you've told yourself, "I'll start tomorrow." How many goals you buried under excuses like, "The timing isn't right. I'm not ready. What if I fail?" But let me tell you something that may sting. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. Tomorrow is the liar that robs you of today. And if you keep waiting for the perfect moment, you will die waiting. The truth is, you don't need more time. You don't need more resources. You don't need more confidence. You need courage. Courage to begin when you don't feel ready. Courage to start when fear is screaming in your ears. Courage to act when procrastination tells you to sit still. Because here's the secret. You don't defeat fear by thinking your way out of it. You defeat fear by moving straight through it. Fear is a shadow. It looks bigger than it is until you walk toward it. And procrastination? Procrastination is nothing but fear in disguise. It's not laziness. It's not that you don't have time. Deep down, you know it's fear. Fear of being judged. Fear of failing. Fear of not being good enough. But let me ask you this. What's worse, failing or never trying? Losing or living with the regret of knowing you had one shot at this life and you wasted it because you were too scared to begin? Regret is heavier than failure. Failure stings for a moment. Regret weighs on you for life. The people who built this world, the people whose names we remember, Edison, who failed 1,000 times before creating the light bulb, J.K. Rowling, who was rejected by 12 publishers before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon, Elon Musk, who was laughed at when he spoke of rockets and Mars. Do you think they didn't feel fear? Do you think they didn't doubt themselves? Of course they did. But here's the difference. They started anyway. They acted in the presence of fear. They moved before they felt ready. And that's the courage you need to find inside yourself. You've been waiting for motivation, but motivation doesn't come first. Action comes first. You don't wait to feel ready. You act, and then readiness appears. You don't wait for confidence. You build it through doing. Think about a child learning to walk. They stumble, they fall, they cry, but they don't quit. They don't say walking isn't for me. They keep getting up, and eventually they run. That same principle applies to you. You will stumble. You will fall. You will make mistakes. But mistakes are proof you're moving. The real danger isn't falling. It's standing still. So, How do you beat procrastination? You do it by lowering the bar of starting. Instead of waiting for the perfect conditions, you say, "What's the smallest step I can take right now?" Because starting small is infinitely better than not starting at all. Write one sentence. Do one push-up. Make one call. And suddenly, momentum builds. Momentum is your best friend. Once you take the first step, the next step becomes easier. The weight you feel right now, the heaviness of inaction, begins to lift the moment you begin. But the longer you wait, the heavier that weight becomes. Let me be blunt. Fear will never disappear. Procrastination will never disappear. They will always whisper in your ear. The question is, will you listen, or will you move anyway? Imagine your life 10 years from now. You look back. What will you see? A life filled with unfinished plans, abandoned dreams, what-ifs that haunt you every night. Or will you see a life where you dared to try, where you stumbled but got up, where you had the courage to start even when you were afraid? The choice is yours. Every person who has ever done something great had to face the same enemy you're facing right now. The hesitation before beginning. But the great ones, those who left their mark, were the ones who moved despite the hesitation. Don't wait for courage to find you. Create it by acting. Don't wait for the perfect moment. This moment is perfect because it's the only one you have. And remember this, failure is not the end. Failure is feedback. Failure is a teacher. Failure is proof you're alive, proof you're trying, proof you're daring to step outside the safety of comfort. But procrastination, that's the silent killer. It kills your dreams quietly, slowly, without a sound, until one day you wake up and your time is gone. And that's when the regret screams louder than fear ever did. So today, I challenge you. Stop thinking. Stop waiting. Stop saying, one day. Make today, day one. Because courage is not the absence of fear. It is action in spite of fear. You already have what you need. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when you feel ready. Now. Stand up. Take the first step. Write the first word. Speak the first line. Launch the first idea. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to begin. Because the truth is this: greatness doesn't come from planning. It doesn't come from waiting. It comes from starting. And if you have the courage to start, you already have the courage to succeed. So don't let fear hold the pen that writes your story. Don't let procrastination decide your destiny. Have the courage to start and watch how your life changes forever.